If you use Power BI at work and you open the same report every week, and the first thing that you do is reset all your filters, region, date range, maybe your team, well, you don't need to be. But saving your views is actually the easiest part. What people don't usually realize is what you can do with those saved views. So, let me show you in this video how you can make the most out of a personal bookmark. Right, so let's make sure that we get the basics out of the way quickly because this is the part that's really simple. Most people assume that when a report opens in its default view, that's just how it works. I want to show you that something called personal bookmarks. This doesn't change the report for anybody else. It's just your view saved just for your account. So in Power BI, you go up to the top right and there's a bookmark icon and you'll see then that there's a drop down. You can create a new personal bookmark. That's where it's going to save your filters, slicer selections, cross highlights, and even sort orders. It saves the entire state of the page, not just a link to the report itself. And you can even save that as your default so that the next time you open the report, it opens exactly like this. Your report now opens the way you need it every single time. And it's when you start saving multiple different views like this is how you can show up differently in your meetings. So, for example, you're on a Teams call and you need to walk through three different views of the same report: ops, finance, and regional breakdown. Without this, you're going to be clicking through filters live while everybody watches. But you can actually have up to 20 different bookmarks per report. So all I've done here is I've created multiple, one for each view that I might regularly use. And now this is the bit that's worth knowing. If I go to the bookmarks pane and I select view, Power BI lets me step through these views in order using forward and back arrows. It's like a slideshow of my saved views. And all I had to do was save the views that I use all the time instead of having to filter live on a shared screen. I'm going to look much more prepared, like a presentation. But say now that your manager wants to look at it afterwards in their own time. Well, we've covered the steps of you saving your filters and walking through those views in a meeting. But when we think about what it looks like for somebody not on that call live, well, sending a link is the obvious answer, right? And I'm going to show you how to do that. But there's actually also a way that you can go much further, where you can bring your expertise to the report when you're not even there. So if you do just want to send that link, the quickest way is a chat in Teams. With your bookmark active, all you have to do is share via chat in Teams. And the link that is generated is going to include the filters as part of your view. And you can add any observations or a message right in the text that gets sent as well. And for a quick share, one-to-one, that works really well. But there's something else in Power BI. And I honestly think this is probably one of the most underused features in all of Power BI in the browser. It's your comments pane right here on the right. Because instead of just sending a link to a person in a chat, which they may have to go and root and try and find next time, you can add your view to that report while also extending the usefulness of that report with your knowledge. Say your company has a sales performance report and it covers all regions, but you know one particular region really well. You know what the numbers mean, you know what good looks like, and most importantly, you know what to watch out for. So you just set your filters to your region and add a comment, and now your view and that comment are right beside each other. So your director, manager, or a new star on the team, they can just click on that comment and they land straight into your view with the context already there. They don't even have to know which filters to set. And you could do that with any slice of the report that you understand better than other people. You're now not just consuming reports, but you're adding to them. You're making them more useful for the people around you. And that's a really different way to use Power BI that most people never even get to. If we put it into perspective, we've gone from resetting filters every Monday to having your reports open your particular way, presenting your prepared views, now to leaving your knowledge on your reports for your team and the entire organization. These aren't just Power BI tricks. This is honestly showing up differently with the tools that you already have. So now the obvious thought is, what else did I not know I could do? Because there's a Copilot button sitting right there in the report, and it can answer your questions about your data in milliseconds. The catch, though, is to know when to trust the answer. I'll show you 3 things I check every time Copilot gives me a number. It literally takes less than 2 minutes and there's absolutely no tech skills needed.